What's going on, class? It's Malito, the drill professor, and I am back again with yet another lecture video. And in today's video, we're gonna be exploring once again the up and coming genre or type of drill, sexy drill. Now, if you guys haven't watched my last video on sexy drill, I recommend you, 1, pause this video right now, go ahead and watch that. 2, I made a different type of sexy drill. So this is gonna be more in the style of like dunk contest for sure. This is the type of beat that we're gonna be exploring today because it's a whole different side of sexy drill. They're almost like polar opposites. It's like on one end of the spectrum, you got super full, super loud, super bass heavy beats with that distorted sexy drill 808, lots of vocals and reverb and all that stuff like that. Heavy kicks as well. And then on the other side of the spectrum, you've got this bone stock, just kind of empty, spacey, just lo-fi sexy drill. I almost want to call it that, bro. Low-key, like, yeah, it's almost like a lo-fi type of drill. But anyway, I don't want to spoil the PowerPoint for you guys too much. Let's go ahead and learn how to make some sexy drill type beats in the style of FISHERRR or dunk contest. Boom, and welcome to our PowerPoint. This is the study of drill psychology. I am your host with the most, Malito, the drill professor, and let's dive right into it. Cobain, also known as his real name, Cashingle Dequarius Cobingleton, was born on 6/9/1969 and has remained a pioneer for this genre and all the little sub-genre children that it's got going on. As for the notability / virality of this type of wave, we obviously got dunk contests and FISHERRR. These numbers are super outdated. I'm the type of person that likes to get their work done ahead of time. Anyway, we got dunk contests hovering around 500,000 views, almost 2,000 videos on TikTok, and we got FISHERRR. I actually just checked it. It's at 300K views now. From the block performance. The TikTok sound has almost 3,000 videos. Moving on to the beat selection. What you guys are gonna wanna do when you're making these type of melodies is you wanna focus on airy, light instruments, such as electric pianos, strings, synths, bells. These things are gonna bring out the lo-fi element, the sexy element in your beat is really gonna be these light instruments. Now the chords and the melodies and kind of the traversal through a scale is gonna be similar to like the old school plug-in B melodies where you're gonna have a lot of jazz chords, a lot of chords with notes that are outside of the scale that give you a more jazzy feel. As for the drums, it's gonna be bone stock sounding drums, usually with like a modern drill pattern. So the hi-hats are not gonna be the super edited and the super modern, hi-hats. You're not gonna have a lot of snares that are super loud. It's just gonna usually be a lot of bone stock, worn out, lo-fi drums. Now, as for the bass, you're not really gonna be using a lot of 808s or the sexy drill distorted bass. What FISHERRR did well in the song composition is in the second half, there was a beat drop with a spins 808 in the background. That kind of brought out a different feel of this new lane of sexy drill. So those are scenarios where you want to experiment with adding an 808. The regular sexy drill 808 that we use and that we know and that I used in my last video, like I said again, if you guys haven't watched that, make sure you do. You're not gonna really see that a lot. They more or less want to keep the space pretty open, or if there is a spins 808 to have that 808 playing, but you're gonna want to use acoustic basses and sub basses to fill up the low end in these type of beats. Now that we've covered everything that you guys need to know and you've watched the previous sexy drill tutorial, let's head right into this cook up so we can break down this beat. Now I know you guys hate me so much because I am a chronic loop user, but occasionally you will see me cooking up in FL Studio like this, where I'm laying down some chords and flexing my music theory muscles. Now with that being said, the very basis of this beat is gonna rely on these chords right here. Now if you guys are wondering, I used all stock free FL Studio plugins to make every single component in this beat. As you guys can see, I'm in Flex. You wanna go ahead and download the Essential Piano Pack from Flex, totally free. It's one of the free packs. You just go over here to where it says Essential and it should be here listed if you guys don't have it yet. I also went and grabbed the Essential Strings as well for another component in the beat. We are in the BPM of 150 and the key of G sharp minor, I believe. Yes, the key of G sharp minor. And this is the chord progression that I have. The preset that I used was from Essential Pianos. I used the Electric 80s. I don't think I did anything to it in here. Then I went over here to the mixer track. I added some delay. These are my settings if you want to see them. Shout out Winter for the preset. Reverb, turn it down a little bit too. And then some EQ just to EQ out the bass. That's pretty much it. And then this EQ right here. Quick tip when you guys are making melodies, once you're finished with your chords, you want to highlight every single note and select Alt and R. That's gonna randomize the velocity and you can play with the intensity over here using this knob. But you guys wanna make sure you're doing that in all your melodies just to make sure the loop sounds a lot more human, like a human actually played it. Moving on, we got this string. This is the all string slow from the Essential Strings in Flex. Like I said, again, stock free plugin. Stop making excuses. So I just went ahead and played this at A sharp. There was really no science behind how I got A sharp. I just found one that sounded nice. So yeah, and I just played that as like a background. If you guys hear it, for sure, it's got like some strings just like that in the background as well. Then my next instrument was electric piano bright. I believe I deleted the pattern for this. It was basically just, it's kind of just like a counter melody. Here's what it sounds like with the piano. And last but not least, we got this bass. This is the electric finger bass from General MIDI Library. I just had it follow the root notes, nothing too complicated. Like you see, simple stuff.Moving on to the drums. For the drums, I used a drum kit. We got these hats right here. See how this is like a very old school, like, kind of just bone stock drums. Like, look at how empty this FLP is. Like, it's very straightforward and to the point. It's just literally just a bouncy drill and rim pattern. These type of beats are not hard. The hardest part of these beats are finding a good melody. That's literally it. Finding or making a good melody. This is just gonna come with practice or a huge sample library. But then again, don't get into the habit of sampling everything, because when you get placements, those samples are expensive, bruh. You either gotta clear these joints or you gotta just raw dog it, and just don't be mad if somebody steals your money. This 808 right here, go ahead and play this for you guys with the like I said, you guys, 808s and the basses are just gonna follow the root note of the melody. Also got this kick as well. Gotta have some bounce when you're using it, bro. You don't have to copy the kick and the 808 pattern to make them the exact same. You don't need that, bro. So with that being said, that's pretty much all you guys need to know about these beats. Like, there's really not much else going on. It's just, you need a really good melody and basic drill drums. And then when you have the 808, just make them follow the root note of the melody. What you guys can also do, which is pretty popular in these beats, is reverse sections. Now, what I did is I reversed basically every instrument and just re-added it back, except the counter melody over here. You hear how angelic that sounds, bruh? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is go over here to your pattern. I'm sure you guys should already know this. Right click on it, do quick render as audio clip. It'll come out as a clip. Then you can go ahead and just reverse it, make sure it's in the right time. And then once everything's reversed, you're good to go. I even reversed the instruments. The strings got reversed over here too. Other components that you can use to spice up your beats and give the artist a reason to keep listening. That's literally it. Now, without further ado, I believe that's every component of this beat, guys. My mixing was very boring, just leveling, stereo separation where there needs to be. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this beat with some vocals in the background, and you can let me know your thoughts in the comment sections down below.
Got an attitude, what you better say, so I ain't mad at you. Ain't you tattooed, what I gotta do to be having you. I pay the avenue, top 5 city in a savage soul. And your ass fat, know you eat your rice and your cabbage too.
She a savage too, I'm a savage too, it's compatible.
Don't let you like NBA, when I throw the nigga, what's on Baton Rouge?
Made us out of NEA, fuck when niggas say we don't follow rules.
Put that pussy on my face, get your pussy drained like some Mountain Dew.
In Miami, I went Lou, we found something new, had to find blue.
Ain't giving mouth like you, big boss like you, big boss like you. If I need to hit you up just to get a nut, I can count on you.
Baby, I've been sipping drinks, pushing hella states, I ain't in the mood. Sliding in the Billy truck with a Spanish bitch, put in some room.
All right, and there you go. That's the beat that we made today. If there's one thing I want you guys to take away from this video is that you can make beats just like this with stock plugins. I use completely stock free plugins from Flex. Like I just showed you guys how to get the presets as well. I ain't gatekeeping nothing. I don't do that. I got more than enough food on my plate to share it with y'all. Any of you guys that have paid plugins like Omnisphere, Expand, Nexus, Purity, make sure you guys are taking advantage of the electric pianos and the strings and just the light and airy sounds inside of those VSTs, because that's gonna be the key to making beats just like this that sound 10 times better than the stuff that I just made today. If you guys had any questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them in the comment section below. I look at all my comments. In the rare case that I don't get to you, you guys can head over to my Discord server. You can go ahead and throw it in Q&A. You can throw it in general. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, this guy just got exposed for being AEO. What are we talking about? Anyway, yeah, my Discord server is a hub for creative minds to network and just advance their entrepreneurial goals. So if you guys are interested in getting to that bag in 2024, make sure you click that top link in the description. We do beat battles. We got placement opportunities as well. Speaking of which, my boy Duster just caught a stray Ron Suno placement yesterday. I'd asked the server for loops and you guys came through, sent some loops that I was liking, sent some loops that I wasn't liking. Everybody tried their best. Just seen that. Everybody tried their best and sent anything that they had that fit the description of what I was looking for. And the homie Duster ended up catching a Ron Suno placement with the beats that I had sent out from this Discord placement opportunities channel. Now, I didn't just send out this beat. I sent out a couple other ones that Ron Suno probably already heard, but he didn't record to at the time. I'm here to extend my opportunities and give you guys a chance to show your skills and show that my tutorials are actually working. This is the beat, by the way, if you guys care. I ended up cooking that up at work actually with my AirPod, my one AirPod in my ear, and it got placed that same night. I don't know, man. You guys have just been coming through for me in the past, like, you know, couple months from when I started this channel, and you have really given me an opportunity to put myself in places where I can now share the wealth with everybody else. And, you know, it's great. We should have hit 1.4K subscribers by the time this video drops. So I just want to thank you guys. I want to extend my respect and also my good luck to everybody participating in Ramadan and things of that nature. I hope my videos are giving you guys some positive motivation to keep going through the days. That's about it from me today, my boys. And with that being said, class is dismissed.